Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q with Holistic Healing by susieqjuravich.com. I do the work of the Akashic records. I do Akashic records. I do automatic writing, and I do all different types of energy work. A lot of it that I do is with subconscious clearing or subconscious tendencies. So I like to clear and clean and get things in a more beautiful and brilliant way. All right, so we're going to start with, I've got two companion pieces. The first one is a rhythmic kind of energy, and this was from a podcast I did, I don't know, maybe back in 2018. I don't know. But I have all my material. So all my automatic writing information and all of my podcast are all written in everything is written, so it's so awesome. So the second one is a piece that was probably done maybe a couple of years ago, and but we're gonna get started. So just sit back and see what you think, right? So even when I'm like working with these words and yakking, and words upon words upon words, is really it's a kind of like an activation to receive more energy, to infuse more energy, and to bring in more of that conscious light in these beautiful videos that we do. So I look at it, it's words certainly, and it's kind of cheeky or whatever, but all of this is really kind of uplifting the frequencies to come into a higher state of allowance, that I can go further and I can go higher with my frequencies and my energies. So we're going to start now. And so if you like it. All right, so rhythmic vibrations, twined to the needle, loosened by the slippery slope, way on down. Collecting self to adhere to a greater sense of being, bandwidths of energies beneficial, as this conjecture swirls about, up and down and all around. Fork in the road, an elevator to the upper floors, arriving to yesterday's photographs, and all the while an uncanny occurrence delivers a wave. A new wave, taking a new ride now. Following the roads of contentment to the domicile, the chosen space of home. Beginnings, vibrational stirrings for some prepped for a stampede of fragrant light to behold. A nature more or less obscure invokes a keener revelation of the spaces and places and what it means. Taking the reign of your eternal meters of life and all, course corrects are famously aroused by the bouquet of light and sounds. For your feast of pleasure, the array of varied choices becomes less novel and more a sovereign vow. To be sound in your sovereign stream of life and light, the reins are yours to navigate this prism of now. Colors to sounds to sensory explorations, the cup is full to fruit that which you now see yourself as. Begin again, renewed. Change agent that you are, what now will you create? Oh, yeah. All right. So we're moving into the second automatic written piece, and I think that they're kind of companions, but I can't really discern why they both chose up. And so I've got all these words and pages, and then all of a sudden I start pairing things up, and so we're going to go into the next piece. It's a little different vibe. All right, so here we go. Situate yourself in a comfortable position. Notice the air that you breathe and the air that touches your skin, becoming more aware of the essence of the air within us and outside of us. Seeing the infusion of light particles saturating all systems of our divinity as humans. Beyond descriptions, we honor the path of your choices. Each and all on this planetary jaunt are now in a higher presence of light particles via divine purpose dharma. What it is that you each and all create for yourself, and in essence what you bring into form as higher collective consciousness, reorients the prescribed frequencies. Delivery of said orientation into the sphere is quite actually a sovereign experiential field. To choose as your own sovereignty informs your very own thoughts, actions, deeds of your spirit's essence. We encourage you to uplevel your ability to see beyond the theater of this and all. We see the all of all as one divine theater on this home planet for a little while. Here we see the glorious manifestations that occur way beyond the human's understanding of how materializations do occur. With this, we leave you with a thought of today. The thought is allowance. Okay. All right, so that's super cool. Yeah, so some of these states of words and thoughts and impressions through the words, through the spoken word art, is that we really start, just kind of acknowledging that words upon words and all of these other phrases and ways of looking at things, it's really about the upliftment of the energy of the person or the persons that are listening to this. So when we look at the state of consciousness of being in a higher frequency, moving into higher states of consciousness, we start realizing that I feel more relaxed, I feel more calm, I feel more peaceful, I feel more comfortable. I feel more compassion coming through, more senses of harmony and balance and transcendence. All of these kinds of words that we're using right now are really assisting with lifting up some of these states of consciousness of people. And I know that, so we've had a little bit of time where we've been kind of like looking around, like what else? What else is next for me? What else can I expect in my life? What else can I be excited about? Or what else am I creating? What else am I writing? What else am I, going into travel and seeing different things and places and people and acknowledging all of the breath of life that we are? And the more that we go deeper with looking at some of these states of consciousness, and even with the words upon words upon words, is that it's really kind of like awakening up something somewhere in the body, like especially if you're working with the body and the healing of the body. We just start working from head to toe with the body and just really acclimating to a deeper state of awareness that that I can do something right now with my body. I can maybe take a little bit of moment to just do some breath cycles, to relax, to just take a nap. Sometimes we need to just let ourselves just go freely into a state of consciousness where we can go into a sleep state or a different level of consciousness, and then we start getting a little bit more more joyful. We feel a bit more happy, feel more elated with whatever we're creating. All of these states of consciousness through something happened, moving into the Akashic records. Everybody has their Akashic records, and they may call it something different. I just look at it as the Akashic Records. I'm a big fan of Edgar Cayce, so I'm really working with the Akashic Records. And then I move into automatic writing, and then all of that writing comes through really, really fast. And then I'm like going, I'm like, what else do I need to know? I've had so many written pieces, but there's always more. There's always more coming forward. And again, with the body, the healing of the body is, you could just take a few moments just to do some breathing practice, like breathing in, going in all below the diaphragm, holding here for a moment, then you start releasing it from the diaphragm. And then you take another in breath and dropping that Buddha belly all the way down below your belly button. That's your, where your diaphragm is really activating. And then you can start releasing and going into the exhalation. You can just take a few breath cycles. You can just be present to nature. You can be present to the nature of your own divinity. You could, maybe even kind of imagine things. Sankalpa is really beautiful through the Yoga Nidra. So sometimes the Yoga Nidra might show up as a Sankalpa for you, and then you realize that you're looking at something that's kind of a little far away from you now, from maybe 6 months to 18 months. And then all of a sudden you start realizing I'm already there. I'm already manifesting that. I can see everything. I'm watching everything that's happening before me. And I'm really continue to engage with what I'm assisting with my beautiful Sankalpa. Maybe there's an intention going forward. Maybe could be about travel. It could be about something that you're working with, like even with me, the videos. I think the Sankalpa is working with me because I'm continue to put out content. And I'm hoping that people enjoy it, but even it doesn't matter. It's really about the Sankalpa is, I think that Sankalpa maybe a number of years ago came through, and I continued to do videos. I was even doing videos and podcasts before that, but now it's getting richer and deeper. are. And so with that Tsongkhapa energy, you can see it, you can visual it, you can smell it, you can hear it. You have all the sensory load through the Tsongkhapa, and then eventually you'll find that you are in that space. You're actually in that space. You're actually in that space. So I think that's it for now. We'll see you soon, and namaste.